Yeah, niggas are like out more than usual. I mean, I guess niggas are just bored in the crib.
I mean, staying in the crib like that's does affect your mental. So I totally get it. But you
For
can go on
sure.
walks. You can do all that kind of shit in the sun.
And yeah, you can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's affecting everybody for sure, you know. But I am sudden deaf, and you are sitting on 22s with the Sleaze Mob. Once again, I'm with my guys. I'm gonna let them, I'm gonna let them, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Like I said, I'm sudden deaf. Podcaster, photographer, rapper, clothing line produced. All that other stuff.
Talking shit.
AKA my oldest, AKA Jimmy Bitches, AKA. You know what I'm saying? Izzy, that's if you know me, and only if you know me. What I'm saying? That's what it is. And I'm going to let us go ahead and introduce ourselves in order. We can go around the horn. We discussed this last week, so we already know what that means, fellas. Let's get it.
It's your boy Slim Jenkins, a.k.a. Lord Broadus. Yes, sir. Fucking all-around cool guy.
AKA Pablo Espresso Bar.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Grandpa Giles. Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir. Grandpa. Don't forget about Gramps.
Sir.
And it's Austin, aka Shire, aka Raging Cajun, aka WBING, aka homeowner. Mitch thinks he's the only one. Mitch thinks he's the only one spending money. I just bought a house, man. I bought a fucking house.
Yo,
he's talking about a goddamn MacBook.
Oh,
Well, you got in there, bro.
I'm in there.
Congratulations, bro.
Official on June 12th. I'll be signing them papers.
Wow, that's what's up, bro. You can't call Sleaze Mob broke.
I can't even compete with that. You can't call Sleaze Mob broke though. Like Izzy just said, niggas buying houses, niggas buying Macs. I got some new earphones this week. I got some. Okay. Where'd you think I got that? What's that say? Big B's, nigga. So what you done with your outro? Hey, Austin.
Yeah.
All right,
you want to know what WBING means?
I do want to know what that means.
I was gonna ask you.
It just means the white boy in new glasses. That's all it means.
Stun on these hoes.
But now take it away. Take it away.
That's two flexes. We're gonna circle back to that later. We're gonna circle back to that later.
That's like a radio station.
That's crazy. This baby got Mitch, aka Mitch is Strange, aka I came with this yesterday. Izzy, the Olur Olympian, aka I got so many AKAs. Nigga, I can start a sorority, aka that's tough, right? AKA M Night Shahomie, that's not as good as the last one. AKA Nephew Conrad, and I can con you, but you can't Conrad.
And like I said, you are sitting on 22, so just relax and look at our awkward faces for the next 20 seconds.
Drinking a bottle of crap. I woke up this morning mortified. Hey, these niggas be drinking daiquiris. I ain't going like that. This nigga, the bitch swirl all the way to the bottom. So every scoop is different. The shit is insane. Look, you have enough money for gas later. Shit. I am the only one that pays for gas around this bitch. Fuck you, nigga.
Hey, Mitch, I should have asked you who are you calling out in the daiquiri thing? Like
this light skinned nigga in the group? Yeah, of course.
Wait, what was said?
The snippet on that intro.
What did he say?
He was like, "You go, you do it."
I was like, "These niggas be drinking daiquiris," and he was like, "Who was I talking about?" I was talking about your soft ass because this nigga be drinking daiquiris and some more wild shit. He drinking a White Claw right now. Get on him! Get on him!
No, I will say though, seltzers have made a big impact in the whole drinking phenomenon, if you will.
Bro,
everyone
good.
drinks seltzers. Like they're light, they're easy.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie at all. I kind of grew up on drinking virgin daiquiris. I grew up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, big moms used to make it all the time. Strawberry daiquiris. Brought it home from the store. I was immediately excited. Listen, it was a good night. Every time
something you could get at like Friendlies. Like
I used to fuck with the Shirley Temples back in the day.
Oh, that's what I was about to say, Slim. The Shirley Temples. Niggas went on cruise. Niggas went on the cruise, and they had the bubbles. Niggas is drinking mad Shirley Temples.
Y'all don't know nothing.
Oh, come on.
This nigga drinking daiquiris.
Let me get a virgin daiquiri.
I mean, listen.
I'm not a virgin or anything.
Look, bro. I'm 24 years old. I haven't had a virgin daiquiri in at least like 6-7 years since I graduated high school type shit.
Nah. Like, this nigga drinking non-alcoholic beer, bro. I ain't finna whisper, cuz.
The old dudes.
Come on, bro.
He's drinking Heineken.
Yo, don't Ben drink the old duels?
Nah, Ben.
Nah, we got you, Ben. I know you got some old duels.
Ben had one traumatic experience like early in life with beer, and he like never drank beer again. I couldn't even get him to drink Angry Orchards for a while because he thought it was beer, and I was like, "It tastes like apple juice, you motherfucker!" And he was like, "Oh."
We gotta get him on the podcast one day to tell that story. Just a real quick little update. We got a couple people in the chat room already so far. We love you guys. Hearts. Shout out to our boy Sean. Shout out to Brandy. Brandy says, "What are y'all drinking?" Let me go ahead and pull it out the sleeve real quick.
Brandy, you know, I'm the Cavazier connoisseur. I'm the Cavazier.
Yeah, a little highlight. You know what I'm saying? The champagne and beers.
Are we showing? Hey, look, I got that.
Look at this. Miller High Life changed the packaging on the cans of their beers, bro.
Can you say like Cabernet?
Cabernet. This nigga also still flexing, bro.
From a Danish wine glass. Fuck
Cabernet.
The Cabernet Kaepernick. That's what I'm talking about, boy. And then after I finish that, I'm on the brewski. I'm not gonna show you what that.
Did you bring it to my house, bro? There's one of my fridge, and I'm like, I don't. It had to have been Mitch that brought that.
What, a Lucy? It was a Lucy? A loose cannon?
Yeah, nigga.
Maybe.
It's
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Bro, all IPAs are terrible. We already talked about it.
Yeah, IPAs are trash. They're terrible.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say, fake smiling when you was at my crib and I gave you a fucking IPA. You're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, that sat on the table that night. I remember.
But you know, wait, was I there that night?
Yeah, all y'all had one.
Yeah. That one was okay. I don't know if I was already drunk, but like at the time that I tasted, was it?
Yeah, because you just walked up. Pretty sure you just walked up.
So that one was okay.
That's a hazy IPA. They're like kind of fruity, but they're strong as fuck.
I had a Pabst Blue Ribbon one time before, and I was not impressed at all.
PBRs are not bad.
I wasn't impressed.
Another light beer.
Wasn't impressed.
Yeah, PBR is just a regular light ass beer.
Yeah, it's like a Natty Boh almost. Like,
see,
it's like
Natty Boh is better than PBR.
Y'all the type of people. Y'all fuck with Bud Light.
Yeah, it's all right.
If I have to.
It's just college, nigga. It's just a regular beer.
I drink Bud Light for like water. Like, I'm thirsty. Hey, Brandy, me and you do need to have a drink and have a discussion one night. Dark drinks only. You already know I only do the brown. I like y'all. I like
down with the brown.
I like brown liquor. I like brown women. The only thing I don't like brown is my draws, and that's just facts. That's just a fact. So yeah, you and me, Brandy, we going
no khakis,
one-on-one, no khakis. I ain't working at Target. Speaking of which, let's talk about outfits at work. Okay,
outfits at work.
Like uniforms, like niggas be wearing. Izzy, I know you got to wear the blue polo probably, but that's fine. It's
no,
cool.
sir, not me. I be wearing Oler on the job. You know what I'm saying?
On the
I be wearing the blue windbreaker on the job.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and my bosses be asking me, "Hey, bro, where you get that at?" This is my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but uniforms suck, man. If you work at Target, you suck. Do you work at Target or State Farm? Like, you work there? Like, what's the deal here? Or do you work at Domino's? Because I mean, Domino's, they wear the same colors too. Speaking of which, now I know a lot of people are out of work right now because of this whole pandemic thing. Would you guys deliver pizzas for $7.85 an hour or whatever minimum wage?
If I had to,
yeah, I mean, if it was then yeah.
We're not going to job shame here on Sitting on 22s. I say that to say this. I don't care if you're a delivery pizza man or if you work at Amazon, whatever you do, McDonald's. If you got a job, you got a job, and you can talk your shit because you're paying your bills and you know what you want to do. So that's one thing I want to get off tonight. If you don't hear nothing else that I say tonight, make sure that you get a job, though. Because if you don't got a job, then I'm going to talk about you. but real niggas have jobs. Real niggas are committed to something, unless you're like an entrepreneur or something. But don't be an entrepreneur if you're not making no money. So that's all I got to say on that. Let's get it.
What if that's the grind? You got to be
dedicated.
Oh yeah, like nigga, you've been grinding for 3 years, broke. You asking me for money? Generational wealth ass nigga. Come on, bro. Come on,
I'm in that situation.
I'm gonna continue to spread generational wealth.
Like, what's your goals? I want to open up a liquor store. Like, nigga, get out of here. Come on, bro. Look, I'm just saying.
Yeah, bro, his name was Abdul.
Yeah, this nigga Abdul. This nigga looking at the long game. Like, come on, bro. We need money now. Every time we go out, you asking me for money or asking the bros for money? Come on, bro. Get a real job. So that's my word of advice for tonight before I get too drunk. So let's go into the next topic, Def.
You're drinking light beer. Or wait, what are you drinking?
Yeah, come on, bro. Don't test me. Don't test
me. I'm testing you.
You know I get on here.
That's what our friendship is based on.
Is that the Bushmills?
No, it's not the Bush. I ain't got no more Bushmill. I need to get something. Maybe I'll get that for the next podcast. It's the Cavazier, though. You know I'll be rocking with the Cavazier. I said Buster.
Cavazier. I like that.
Yeah, it's classic. It's classic. You can't go wrong.
Very classic. For sure.
And we drink about a gallon. Because we not broke. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna talk about being broke no more.
No, let's speak on it. Speak on it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man.
Saying what, bro?
Because Austin, what you just settled on?
300,000.
You want to hear that, bro?
300,000.
Bro, how many Virgils is that?
That's you got it. I can't even do the math on that.
That's like 150,000.
That's 150,000.
How many Virgils is that?
You know what's crazy? That is literally 150,000 Virgils. That's hilarious.
Bro, did the math that quick.
You know we're not playing, but look, he bought a cribbo. I just spent somebody's bank account on everything that I'm working with right
Your
now.
own.
Nah, not my own. You capping now. I spent some other niggas' bank accounts, and y'all niggas probably salty right now because I'm talking on a new mic, hey nigga. I mean, come on, bro. We in quarantine. And I'm spending this much money. Slim, you need to stop me. You need to pull me to the side and have a talk.
It's a USB mic though, just for everyone.
Damn, why you gotta? I was. I mean, come on.
This nigga Austin said, "Stop."
Hey, man.
It's like I was.
Can't let your head get too big, okay?
I mean, but you bought a house. I was okay. No. Let's get into it. Let's get into the topic. You just killed my confidence for tonight. Now I gotta. Y'all bullied me into buying a Mac. Now I gotta go out and buy a car or something, a new car.
Mitsubishi breaking down.
That's the net. Oh, damn.
Kiss my behind. No. I pick up every girl that I've ever dealt with in that car, except for a couple, because a couple didn't deserve it. But
you borrow
any girl
for that one.
Okay. All right. Fuck you. Because me and Slim have a great rapport, and now that you have ruined this, we're not going to.
Slim also has a really nice car. How about that?
Nah, my shit is done.
Shouts out to Dan. What's up, Dan?
Oh yeah, your shit exploded.
Yeah, come on,
my shit is done, bro.
All right.
Austin, how many times you gave me a ride and I didn't give you gas money? Count them. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm being real. How many times have you gave me a ride and I did not give you gas money, or did not offer, or did not ask, or something? I mean, nigga,
amount of time.
It's been so long. I don't know.
Right, you trying to put this nigga on the spot.
It would take a really long time to.
I mean, he put me on the spot. He put me on the spot.
Tally up all that.
I mean,
it wasn't really you when I made those comments originally.
Yeah, I know it's not, because you want to know why? A nigga like me has always had a job. A nigga like me is always willing to pay something. You niggas can never say that I got you over on some money, like some other niggas we know, or some other niggas that you might deal with. So fuck you. So let me tell you something. I might not have the nicest car and this, that, and the third, but when you niggas need something from me, I give it. And
truthfully, I just like fucking with you when you're trying to flex.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
I know you.
But I'm just letting you know. I just want the masses to know, because I don't want the masses to misinterpret what's going on right now. Hey, look, let's go on a date, baby girl. Let's get into the next topic. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Izzy. Come on. Okay.
Yeah. Change the subject.
So,
I got me sweating.
So, all right. This is episode 4 of Sittin on 22s with the Sleaze Mob. If you don't know who we are or where to find us, you can find us on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube or SoundCloud at Sleaze Mob. That's at SLEAZEMOB, Sleaze Mob. Everywhere. You can Google us if you'd like to. Furthermore, if you would like to contact us and send us any sort of like mailbag type questions that you want answered live on this show, you can actually email us if you so choose at sleazemop7@gmail.com, or you can DM us on any of those platforms that I just mentioned before. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first topic of the night here. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot going on in our country right now. Just to keep it kind of short, because I'm sure everybody knows, there's been a lot of social injustice going down lately in the US of A. Recently, there was a black man who was killed by police wrongfully, and he was murdered. I wouldn't even say he was murdered by police. And, you know, things have been bad. In short, things have been bad. There's been protests. There's been riots. There's been a bunch of things. And one of the things that is kind of like interesting to me is that social media is like such a huge part of not only the pandemic, but then also, you know, just everything that's going on right now with social justice. Social media is a huge part. And one thing that I've found interesting in all of this is that people really are looking for, now more than ever, they're looking for celebrities to, you know, use their platform to kind of express their feelings and spread awareness about the situation that's going on right now. Some celebrities aren't saying anything. They're choosing to stay quiet about it. They just kind of don't really want to get involved right now, or whatever their reasons may be. You never know. They're people just like us at the end of the day. But also they are huge, you know, they have huge platforms. They can tweet one thing and, you know, automatically within 10 minutes, 100,000 people retweet it. So the word gets out fast. So if you're spreading good from that huge platform, you would think good should come. My question to you guys is this. Do you guys think that celebrities should have to or feel obligated to use their platform that they built up themselves from the ground up when nobody cared about them at first? They should have to use their platform in order to speak up for, you know, a certain demographic or, you know, group of people that is going through something at the time. And I want to start here with Slim.
I don't think it should be an obligation to speak on. I don't know if you're just talking about like racial issues. I mean, I think people should only really speak on subjects that they have genuine feelings about and that they're passionate about. I mean, even if that is the way they choose to try to make a change. I mean, even if it's not saying something on social media, maybe they're trying to make a change in their community or in like actual real life. I mean, I don't think that saying something on social media is like a obligation for people.
I mean, but like when it comes to like racial issues and things like that, do you think that like if they don't say anything, you said like you want it to come from like a genuine place, but if they don't say anything, do you think that they're not genuine about, you know, feeling some sort of like sorrow or remorse about what's going on right now? Do you think they're just insensitive to it because they're not saying anything?
No, I don't think that at all. I think that it's just, well, some people could feel like that, but I feel like for the most part, it's just like, who am I to say something about this maybe? Or it's just like, I mean, what am I going to do for them? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it could be. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I don't know if I was next, but I'm gonna go ahead and
go ahead.
Just to piggyback off of Slim a little bit. We live in an age where everything you gotta do, like everything you feel and everything, like for it to be validated, you gotta put it on social media. You dig what I'm saying? Like if I'm somebody, I gotta say it to everybody in a public platform, so like it's real, you know. But niggas don't get that shit that's on social media that people be saying be some of the fakest shit that niggas be saying. Like niggas be lying on Instagram, niggas be lying and capping on Twitter. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, it's just something like business and serious things. I feel like serious, like shit like this, like donation. Like I'll get into the donation piece, but stuff like this, like the social injustices and stuff like that. Do I think that celebrities should use their platform? I do think they should. but I don't think that they necessarily need to do it on social media. At me, I'm just one man, and of course I can go on social media and I can post about a cause or about retweet donation links and stuff like that. But what does that mean if I'm just doing that and not actually contributing to the cause? You dig what I'm saying? If I'm not actually signing those petitions or actually donating or going to those protests and stuff like that. So I get it, like it's to get the word out and stuff like that, but you gotta be, to me,
Yeah.
what's real is not on social media. What's real is what you're doing in real life. So I do kind of agree with you, Slim. I get what you're saying, your whole, but to piggyback off of that and to be a little bit more abrasive with it, I think that if you're not saying anything on Twitter or on Instagram, but you need to be doing something in real life. And if you're not doing anything in real life, you do need to go on social media at that point and spread, what's going on, because you got to use your platform in some way. I mean, you're making millions of dollars. You're making way more money than niggas like me and these three niggas. So you gotta stand up for something. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
And we actually had a conversation about like what you were just talking about just now, like with virtue signaling and like how people will go on social media and they'll just state an opinion that they think will like make people think highly of them or something like that, or try to portray some kind of image when they don't really feel like that. I mean, so it's a fine line, but I definitely agree with you. Like, you definitely need to be trying to make a change in some way.
Exactly.
That's like the reality, though. Like information and content in general has become a commodity to the point where those celebrities, like, you've seen both sides of it, right?
Yeah.
People who don't say anything, or like people you follow a lot, you see a lot of them and you get to know them to a degree, right? I know it's social media, maybe Instagram, whatever, but then you see their like statement, quote unquote, and you can just tell that they're like reading a script, like, or something like that. Like they want to put themselves in the right category per se to keep them going longer. Like this whole data is a commodity thing, like, has changed so much. But I mean, should they have to say something? I think it's kind of a question of morality at that point. Like, do you feel something enough to use your platform or use your wealth to do something about it? I do agree with Slim, like, and it kind of piggybacks off of what you were saying, Mitch. Like, you should use your platform, but not in a sense to just grow yourself. Like, if you want to do something, right, like, you got to educate yourself about that problem and like do things off the social media, so that when the things you do put on social media, they actually mean something, not just to like hope people like maintain a good perception of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
niggas have been getting, niggas have been getting canceled left and right. Like, because you want to know why? These niggas are gaslighting the issue. If you're going to get on Twitter and talk about an issue, do not talk about, oh, black people shouldn't react this way, they shouldn't be doing this. That's gaslighting. You're telling me that, oh, this is like niggas like Desi Banks. Like, we used to love Desi Banks. You dig what I'm saying? Like, a nigga like him was like who you would kind of like follow, like the template. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, he came up off the social media tip, and he used his platform to basically gaslight how black people are feeling, and said this is a protest with like a picture of MLK, and underneath it was, this is violence with niggas like looting stores and stuff like that. Like, let me tell you something. You cannot tell people how to feel during this time. Can you? Like, somebody like me, I'm angry. I know all of us should be angry, and I'm not saying that you guys aren't, but I'm angry. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I totally understand where niggas are coming from, because it's like, when will this end? So for niggas like him, you got niggas like B. Simone who's saying, I'm a Christian, so I don't promote protesting and looting. I'm a Christian, and I say it's time to burn this motherfucker down. You dig what I'm saying? It's time to do what we got to do so these niggas can hear us, so this shit can stop. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear nothing about no Christianity. It's a difference between Christianity and morality. What's right? What are you going to allow? You feel what I'm saying? I'm not going to keep allowing this to happen.
You know, man, honestly, bro, I don't agree with that part, and only because like looting and like rioting and stuff like that, Like you may think that it is definitely like doing something, but at the end of the day, it's only building what racism is stemmed from, which is hatred, which is resentment. And there's a fence between black people and white people. There always has been, and hopefully there won't always will be. But I feel like, in retaliation to something like George Floyd happening, yes, like sometimes it takes like just an outbreak, like an outcry, like just, do something to like spark change just like in an instant. Yes. But also at the same time, I feel like it can also have a negative impact as well. Like looting and rioting a store that is, owned by like a Fortune 500 company is not going to make them, like the owner of that Fortune 500 company, go like, well, maybe maybe cops shouldn't be killing like black people and stuff like that. It's going to be like, these motherfuckers burnt down my store, and they took all my shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's going to build resentment. And I know, and I understand that like doing it like in just like the immediate time, it feels good because it's like a retaliation. You're getting back at somebody for doing you wrong, who you feel like did you wrong, a country that you felt like did you wrong. But in the long term, I feel like it doesn't have as good of an effect as if we just all organize. Like I always say, like the power is in our pockets. We can use our money and our finances to actually make change in the long term instead of like just getting these short term victories. You know what I mean? It's not really about winning every battle. It's about winning the war. And I think that like over time, it may not be in our generation, but over time, we can win the war if we set ourselves up now. And like a lot of people have like a problem. They have a real big problem with like not, they have a real big problem with like understanding that they won't be able to see immediate change in their lifetime. Right. So like some people say like, I want to see change before the day that I die. That might not happen, but what the best thing that you can do is set up the next generation. So your kids and their kids and their kids to live in like, a better society than that we live now. We've made progress from, the past from 100 years ago. So why not continue making that progress? And like I said, I understand. And I love the peaceful protests. I love the peaceful protests so much, man. Like, I think that they've made all the difference in like doing the things and accomplishing the things that they've accomplished so far, especially considering the officers who killed George Floyd. They got charged today. We'll see if they end up getting convicted. But I think that, so far the peaceful protests have done a good job. I know that has been in help from the rioting, which is why I'm not totally in disagreement with riots. I'm not in total disagreement with it, but I don't think that it's something that should last very long at all. I feel like it should be like a very, very short, like spark plug type thing, just in and out. And then after that, set ourselves up for the future. The power's in our pockets, use our finances. What do you guys think?
All right, let me jump in. I'm sorry, Slim.
No, go ahead.
Because all right. So you made a point earlier. You said that us looting these Fortune 500 companies isn't going to make them look at us any differently, or it's going to make them look at us like how they're looking at us now. But that's my exact point. How do you think they looking at us now anyways? And we haven't been looting their shit. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck how they look at us because they all look at us the same. They all look at us as niggas who are just, it shows in the press and in the media how they look at us. It shows in the TikToks and in the Snapchats and stuff that get leaked from these white kids that go to these D1 schools and stuff like that. It leaks from those that it tells us how they're feeling about us. And These people, it's not going to matter whether we're breaking in their stores and taking from what they have. Nigga, we built this country. We own everything that's in this country as far as I'm concerned. Because if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have half of this stuff that we have today. And it's a shame because we built this and we're still on the back end of things. We're still not receiving as much as we should. We never got our reparations. We never got what we deserved. So in terms of how they look at us, I can give a damn about how they look at us because they already go look at us a certain way. Let me ask you guys something. The top two niggas. I want to ask Lord Broadus and Sudden Death. When you get, have either of you ever been pulled over by a cop before?
Absolutely.
Right. And in that moment, were you scared for your life?
Extremely uncomfortable moment. Probably one of the most uncomfortable moments I've ever had in my life.
Exactly. Izzy, how did you feel? How did you feel?
I mean, well, for me, the last time I got stopped by a cop, I'll just use that as an example. I was literally just on my way to work, wasn't doing anything wrong. It's just like one of my taillights was out. So like I had no worries, but I can understand if I was driving around like late at night and I know I'd have been sipping a little bit, I'd be scared for my life, something like that. But yeah.
And what's crazy about that? Because I don't want to make this a race issue, but Austin, how many times have you been pulled over, and how many times have you been possibly even remotely scared for your life?
Probably pulled over 2 or 3 times. Never been scared for my life. I think you guys knew that answer, but like I was definitely like freaked out because like I make a decent amount of money, but like I don't like paying for tickets. I don't think anybody does. And they got me like 50 and a 30. I was literally going to the dump. But like I was just like, shit, I gotta pay this fucking ticket. I didn't think anything else.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something.
The crazy thing though, because like even like you said, Izzy, you were just on your way to work or whatever. But in situations like that, like niggas don't have to die in a lot of these situations where police are like committing these brutalities. Like like for this most relevant example, George Floyd tried to pay with like a counterfeit $20 bill or some shit like that. That's not a fucking death sentence. Like that doesn't, just because like you're paying with a fucking counterfeit bill, that doesn't mean you should die. Like it doesn't matter. Like I saw someone on Facebook talking about like his whole criminal record, like, and like that doesn't mean that he should have died from fucking a cop kneeling on his neck for 8 minutes. Like that does not equate. Like I don't understand. And like what you were saying, Mitch. I mean, Izzy, you made a lot of points. Like we definitely do. It is a time to organize and just strategize, and it's not a time to just for chaos. But at the same time, fuck what Fortune 500 companies have to think about us. That's not what we're trying to change right now. We're trying to change systematic oppression and the fact that Black people are getting abused by cops and killed by cops and minority people.
But see, Slim, my point was like you can't change systematic oppression overnight. It doesn't happen. It won't happen. You know what I mean?
6 days of riots. That's why the Civil Rights Act got passed. 6 days of riots straight, and then there was a vote.
Okay, but that's a revolution like no other. We live in 2020 now. It's a very slow process. It's a very slow process nowadays. What you better say, Austin?
I was gonna say that. I mean, this is getting pretty big. Like France, like I don't know if it was France, but some country had the largest protests like that they've had in like 60 plus years, and it's all because of Black Lives Matter. Like they're not like everyone is like screaming like America is hurting, like all these kinds of things. Like I don't know how much I understand that like it definitely takes time. Like our system of government, like there's so many levels that like things take time to pass, but like on this kind of issue, something needs to be more abrupt. Like it needs to like be a quicker change, like something like it's an answer that's plagued us for a long time. But I mean, you can't simply say like let's pluck out all the racist motherfuckers. Like yeah, we can try to do that, but like how many, like the Derek guy, whatever, who's being sentenced, I think they upgraded him to 2nd-degree murder, but he's there's all these stories coming out and everyone's like, I'm not impressed. Like the nightclub owner that like he used to help bounce at, like said he would get extremely aggressive like on their urban nights when they had more African Americans or minorities in their club, like all these kinds of things. It's just like I don't know. It's Mitch.
We kind of skated past the whole getting pulled over thing.
Yeah.
This is my whole point, and this is enough for us to really just think about. Austin just sat here and said that he's never once been scared for his life when he's gotten pulled over. You two just admitted to being kind of nervous about what you should be. As Black males in America, you should be nervous. I've never been pulled over. I've never had an issue with the police. But let me tell you something. If I was to get pulled over by the police, I'd be scared for my fucking life. I would think, nigga, I might die today. Do you know how serious that is? I'm just being honest. I might die tonight.
And you can do everything right, and it can still.
And they will shoot you in cold blood. They will take you into custody and take you into a cell and hang you like Sandra Bland got hanged. or hung, whatever the past tense is. But you get what I'm saying.
Right.
You get what I'm saying. Niggas die for much less every single day. So let me tell you something. For us to sit here and be like, oh, nah, we don't need to do this. Nigga, we don't have the answers. We don't know what we need to do to make things better. Money, who cares about money? Because at the end of the day, your money is black money. You are a nigga to them. It don't matter how much money you got. Period. So it don't matter about finances or nothing like that, nigga. We need to start breaking some shit. Period. Because that's the only time that they hear us. And you see how they hear us now. They didn't hear us when Jay-Z was like, oh yeah, I'm going to, do whatever with the NFL and that's going to bring some change. You still got niggas like Drew Brees saying like, oh, I don't think that nigga should disrespect the flag by kneeling. That shit don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, that financial shit don't mean nothing. They don't hear us until we go into their neighborhoods and start marching in their neighborhoods. They gentrify in the first place and start knocking some shit down because that's what we do best because we're niggas. And that's fine. We'll be niggas. But let me tell you something. You go listen to these niggas today. And that's all I got to say about it. We go break shit until y'all hear us.
Off of that, I've never understood the backlash. Like, whenever someone speaks out, like when Black Lives Matter first kind of came about, you had all these white people or whoever in general who said this that were like, well, wait. All lives matter. Like, okay, like, no shit. Like, we know that they have already, like, if you've seen that video that's going on Twitter, and it's like, oh my God, this house is on fire. We need to save these people. And someone's like, my house matters.
Great video, by the way.
Yeah, but what about
they're like, okay, like, is your house on fire? Are there people at stake? They're like, no, but it still matters. They're like, well, this house is on fire and people's lives are at stake. And they're like, all houses matter. Like, well, I don't understand the backlash off of all of these kind of issues, I mean, there's always a response in some way to like, it just shows how systematic it's been and almost ingrained in our culture, for lack of better words, that there's always this response, this immediate backlash. Well, what was he doing? Was he acting a certain way? Or what was going on? Like, they never immediately take like the victim side. Yeah, there's always this instinct to go towards, well, the cop had to do that. He had to exercise his right because he didn't feel comfortable or all that kind of nonsense.
For me, like, of course, like I always side with the victim. If somebody died, if somebody lost their life, of course I'm gonna side with the victim automatically. But me just being the curious person I am, I naturally want to know what happened, what was the situation, what caused, the result, So, yeah. But Slim, I know you're about to say something.
No, I was just gonna say, like, when people say like all lives matter and shit like that, I feel like they're just purposely missing the point, just to like fit their
definitely.
Like, it's just like like Austin, you said what we're getting at. Like, it's black people are the ones facing oppression right now.
Not a secret.
Like, it's just fucking
like a kid shouldn't die because he has a cell phone in his hand and someone thinks it's a gun or some shit. Like things like that, like outlandish as that are happening.
Yeah.
Bro, Tahir Rice got killed for playing with a toy gun.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. You know how many times that all of us could have been Tahir Rice? How many times have you played with water guns or rubber band guns or Nerf guns? Any of that?
A BB gun or a paintball gun.
Real things that can put harm on people, right? Like,
or even real guns. You see,
exactly,
marching with freaking an AR. Like, I don't know if you need an AR, buddy.
Exactly. Like, and nothing
what are you
happened.
Shooting? Like, come on.
Absolutely.
You got to take down your squirrels. You got a real squirrel problem, huh?
So I'm just saying. Look, I'm not condoning.
That's a great point.
I'm not condoning no violence, but if that's all that they go listen to, if that's the only way that we can get through these people, then do what you got to do. Take part in whatever you can. Whether if it's not protesting, then donate something. If it's not donating, then sign a petition or retweet a petition. Whatever, like, promote something, like, put something out, like, let your voice be heard, man. We grown people, and this affects each and every one of us. And don't ever think that some shit cannot happen to you, because it can happen to you. Okay, anything, it can happen to any one of us. So please, I implore everybody out there that's listening, please support this movement wholeheartedly. If you're of a darker hue, if you're a black person, please go out and support whatever is going on. Like, do your part. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and Dan says, I was just saying the other day, if I could change one thing about the Black Lives Matter movement, it would be to change it to Black Lives Matter 2, so that this all lives matter bullshit wouldn't exist. And that's part of the problem. You know, we shouldn't have to do something like that in order for people to be heard. You know, like people should, like Slim said, like you're literally like you're purposely like missing the point. And that's the problem, like America today. And me personally, I really hope that it changes, and I understand. For me, I understand that it might not change like within my lifetime. I might die before we see truly what guys like Martin Luther King and guys like that, you know, dreamed for. Because I just don't think that, like, you know, the immediate action is great, but like the long-term effects that they have, I feel like they're not gonna be the greatest, like I was saying before. But you know, I just think that in the long run, we need to set ourselves up.
In terms of the long game, I'll just say, like, real quick, like, you know, there's all these things you can do, like protesting and all these kinds of things and speaking your mind. But one thing I know for sure that I can do is that when I have children, I will raise them the right way, as my parents have done me.
Exactly.
I have not gotten one iota of any of that kind of feelings from them. Not once. It's not till I probably started hanging out with people that I enjoyed, with other minorities, whatever, that I actually started to see that kind of thing. When I was around them, I never got that at all when I was growing up. Maybe I probably didn't notice because I was in the grocery store, whatever. Who knows the situation? But I'm gonna try to do the exact same thing and educate them properly, because that's one thing that it's ingrained in humanity at that point. You know, like that's the right thing to do. And that's all I'm about.
And I mean, like, and just one more thing real quick, Mitch, just like it's a generational thing. You raise your kids to be better than you were, and your kids raise their kids to be better than they were, you know, and it gets better and better, and this stuff slowly washes itself out, and that's the goal, you know. But that's just my point. What were you about to say, Mitch?
Right. I was just going to say one more time, because I said it in the last episode, I've never felt uncomfortable around Austin, man. So I felt uncomfortable around a lot of white people. I've never felt uncomfortable around Austin. So
yeah, me neither.
Every time I'm around him, it's open arms. But like you said, man, that's one of those things that you got to raise your kids the right way. You gotta change what's going on. You got to change the world by procreating, or recreating rather, and raising your kids the right way. I'm not going to raise my kids to hate. I'm not going to raise prejudice and stuff like that. Racism, that's something that's learned from
breeds hate.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's taught.
That's something that's taught to you. I'm not going to teach my kids like, oh, white people have oppressed us for 400 years. Yeah, it might be true. It might be true.
Factual.
It might be the truth, but there's a lot of good white people out there, and at
the end of the day, you're not going to lead your children to hate, somebody else.
Exactly.
I'm life to live.
It's not a life to live. I want all of us to love each other, and I'm glad that's why Austin is hanging out with 3 niggas right now. I mean, I don't know if Slim's a full nigga, but anyways.
Oh, come on.
In the same breath, though, like, I'm not going to teach my kids to hate white people, like, not at all, or like to say that, like you said, like any of that. But you definitely need to teach your kids about American history, which is Black people 100%. Being oppressed for so long. Like, that is a fact. Like, you can't just have your kids be ignorant to that.
Knowledge is important.
You can't overlook that.
Very important.
And just to kind of piggyback off of this, I kind of wanted to get into this. Supporting certain companies that are clearly not on our side. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. I'm gonna just refer to it as on our side. Let's talk about it. Let's name a few that we know of. I'm gonna start now.
Yeah.
In-N-Out, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, Waffle House, Carl's Jr., White Castle, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, KFC, Olive Garden, IHOP, Papa John's. So out of everything that I just named, do you guys think it's going to be hard for you not to patron them?
No, that is all bullshit. We shouldn't be eating that shit anyway.
Yeah. You need to be healthy. Come on.
You did say Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah, fuck you, Izzy. Yeah, Izzy, you in trouble.
Oh.
I mean,
Hey, it's only $10K to open up Chick-fil-A. We could open up Chick-fil-A in spite, guys.
Is it really only 10,000?
It's only 10K, and we'll be open on Sundays, and we'll have so much business.
Hey, Marcus just said we put so much money into those companies, and that is
He's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we put a lot of money.
Think about how many times you've been to. I'm just going to name a couple that I know all of us have been to a lot of times. Starting with Chick-fil-A, going to Wendy's, Taco Bell, Papa John's, IHOP, Olive Garden. I mean, think about how much money that you've given to these people, bro. McDonald's. I mean, think about it's like.
You say Popeyes? Is Popeyes on that list?
Nah, Popeyes don't. Don't do that. I mean, Popeyes did say something wild on Twitter.
They did say some wild shit.
They did say something. They said we love black people or something like that. But let me tell you something. Hey, Shannon said something to you just now. Izzy, you knew Chick-fil-A wasn't with us before all this. That's right.
Put them on blast.
I mean, yeah, they were super against like the whole like homosexuality debate, like with marriage and things.
They've been
we kind of know
stuff, you know. We know where they're at with it.
Yeah,
as you said, they got good chicken now.
Izzy,
chicken, of course.
Izzy, when's the last time you went to Chick-fil-A?
Probably about 3-4 days ago.
Okay.
Recent. It is.
Hey, he just had some Popeyes, huh?
Let me tell you something. Out of all these places, Chick-fil-A's breakfast is banging.
They got rid of the spicy biscuit though. At least the ones I've been going to.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want that for breakfast anyway. So
I don't want anything spicy for breakfast.
Hot sauce on the eggs?
No, Nick. Hot sauce. Are you crazy, nigga? I want this.
Hot spice is life, my friend.
You're starting your day off on a bang.
Your stomach be boiling all day.
Capsaicin is healthy for you, okay? Good for you. Capsaicin is the active ingredient in spicy shit. If you didn't know. God damn it.
It just be spicy.
It prevents cancer. Okay.
Stomach boiling like
if I got like hash at home with like bacon or sausage or whatever, and then eggs, Tabasco's going on the eggs. Come on.
Right. I mean, I get that, but like, I don't know if that like necessarily. I mean, all those companies that you just named, a lot of them I don't patronize anyway. So I don't really think that I'll have much of a problem, like, boycotting them or whatever. But I think that like you shouldn't like I said before, the power is in our pockets, and these companies who are, like Mitch said, against us, not with us, not on our side when it comes to this, this viewpoint. Don't spend your money with them. Don't spend your money with them, and it'll hurt their pockets. I guarantee you, if all black people boycotted Chick-fil-A for a year, they will be hurting. Just as good as Chick-fil-A has been doing for the past, decade or so. If all black people decided I'm not gonna buy my chicken at Chick-fil-A, they will be hurting. I promise you that. Same thing with like what was another one you said? Papa John's, Mitch, or
Papa
John's, Taco Bell.
Papa John's been canceled. They've been canceled.
Yeah, you don't want some pizza?
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna go to Domino's.
Oh, come on.
Look at DiGiorno.
Yeah, DiGiorno's.
Yeah, I'm hitting the grocery store.
Hit Safeway.
Keep it casual.
Get the same phone.
Keep it casual. Hey, does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes or no?
No. It does
not at all.
Never. Never does pineapple belong anywhere near a pizza.
No banana peppers, none of that shit.
Banana peppers?
No.
I mean, I could see banana peppers before pineapples, but
you never had like grilled pineapple before?
Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind?
Get the fuck out of here!
All right, I'm determined now. Okay, like,
nigga, I will throw up on you.
Real sweetness, like onion, pineapple, ham, or pepperoni.
No, bro, none
of that together.
Not doing any of that. No,
I mean it's not my first choice. I'll admit, like that's not what I'm going for.
That sounds like.
If it was at the party, I would I would eat it.
Wait. Yeah.
That sounds a lot like supremacy right there. That sounds sounds like a supremacy, like Ozark, like backcountry. Hell no! Like if
I'm about to my place and force you to eat pineapple on pizza.
I'm gonna take them off. I promise you. You bet not. I will make you mad because I will pick them all off.
That nigga Ozzy gonna be eating grilled pineapples.
Bro, stomach gonna be boiling like a motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah, but out of all these places, man, Waffle House, I think betrayed us the most.
You said Waffle House too?
And tomato sauce.
Waffle House.
Because it's one of those things. It's like if I'm drunk, I'm gonna go to Waffle House in the country, nigga. Like Waffle House is a. Like,
hey, can I admit something?
Yeah, we've all had a Waffle House, right?
Can I admit something? I didn't know.
Admit it.
Oh, hold on. What was it? I didn't know Cracker Barrel was like considered racist for a long time. Like within the past year, I realized that people made the joke that like Cracker Barrel was racist. But it makes sense.
Barrel.
I didn't really see a whole lot of black people whenever I was in there. So.
That's literally 1 + 1 = 2.
Oh,
like, Cracker Barrel, crackers
Barrel. So look, guys. We got some questions from the audience tonight.
Yes, we do.
And
mailbag.
I kind of wanted to segue into that a little bit, because we got people still watching us tonight. We're going to get into the mailbag segment.
We love all you guys. We love all you guys currently watching us right now.
Hell yeah.
We love all you guys.
If you took the time to ask us any questions, whether you're watching right now or you're going to watch tomorrow or listen next week, whatever, we appreciate you a lot. So I want to go ahead on and get into the mailbag segment because I have the questions. And I'm going to go ahead on and we might as well name the people this week because we only got 3, and these are people who watch every week, and we really appreciate you. So we're going to go ahead on and name you. Before I get into that, though, shout out to Bank Up. I'm wearing some Bank Up Worldwide. Shout out to
Bank Up.
We're authentic. That's that Bank Up Worldwide. That's one of the first shirts they came out with, but they have a lot of cool shit now. So y'all go shop bankupworldwide.com.
Also shop Boss Clothing. Boss Clothing making a comeback this summer. 2020.
2020.
Them racist pancakes be hitting, huh? Buttermilk.
Hey,
Shouts out to No Hill. Without her, there wouldn't have been a surprise party for Izzy. That was a great party. We met some great people. Actually, yeah, that was a great time. Rest in peace to Jay, by the way.
Rest in peace, Jay.
So one question that I have for tonight from Cal. You can follow her at Trap Uchia. That's TRAP, which is Trap Uchia. Okay. That's UCHIHA. And her question is for us tonight: who will be considered the greatest rapper of our generation? And I'm gonna start with you, Def.
Well, y'all should already know. Y'all should already know who I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? It's King Kendrick. You dig? Like, bro, listen. If you ask me, King Kendrick is the best. Kendrick Lamar, that is the best rapper of all time. And I say that for many different reasons. But I'll just say the reasons why I think he's the best of our generation. Listen, when it comes to all of the main deciding factors, when it comes to like hip hop, so lyricism, flows, and being able to switch up your flows, storytelling, subject matter, those 4 things are the most important things to me, at least, when it comes to hip hop / rap. And Kendrick has mastered all 4 of those things on another level, a totally different level that I feel like no artist of our generation or no rapper of our generation has. And he just continues to do it. And people forget that a lot because he doesn't drop music often. I think he's dropping an album this year, but the last time he dropped an album was before our good buddy Burns passed away, which was in 2017. Damn. You know what I mean? And we're in 2020. So I think that the next time he drops, people will definitely, realize again who is on the top, at the top of the food chain right now. But that's what I say, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
I agree with that only because of the narrative that he's pushing. And like the time that we're in right now, I think that this generation is going to be stamped by like the revolution that's going on right now. And that's what K-Dot raps about. Like he's
I agree
with that. Yeah.
He's been real quiet. He need to speak up real soon. Austin, what's your take on that? Who do you think is the best rapper?
Honestly, like I just heard Izzy's take on that. Like I guess when we had that kind of I forget, was in a Twitter chat or something, like the same issue basically. But I kind of agree. I've always kind of held Kendrick in a higher tier. I mean, I think Drake is pretty close, but like he was just saying, like lyricism, flow, like the amount of the variety of beats that he kind of comes up with, it's like a production. Like whenever I'm looking for music to listen to, it's whatever I feel like. It's whatever that makes me feel some type of way. And even that there is like I guess a more black narrative, I guess, that he kind of tells, which he has every right to do so because of all those topics we were just talking about. I still felt it. Like it was just like, it didn't matter that I was white. I just like felt his music more. So I kind of agree with Izzy on that one. I do keep him up in a higher tier, lyricism, flow, storytelling. That's been apparent through all of his works, just like he was saying. So yeah, I'm with Izzy on that one.
So I got five words for you guys.
I'm ready. Go ahead, bro. I already know it's coming.
I got five words. No.
We know it's on the way.
Five words, and I want all of y'all to guess what you think these 5 words are going to be. Come on, give me some. Somebody, just one person. Give me some.
Lil Wayne is in there somewhere.
The word of Wayne is included in that 5 words somewhere.
Okay. All right, see. Y'all don't know your boy too well. Let me tell you. Them 5 words is do right and kill everything. Do you know? Dude, let me tell you something about Drake. Let me tell you something about Drake. That nigga does not miss. When's the last time he missed? Exactly.
It's always a pop though. It's not like
he's gonna
I don't go to Drake for lyrics.
Y'all not gonna team up with me real quick. Hold on. Let me get my point.
He is great and he's hot.
Hey, bro, don't miss. I can't hold it.
He don't miss, bro. Drake makes the best music for the last. Drake started releasing music 2008, nigga. It's 2020. That's 12 years.
But are we talking about rappers or are we talking about artists?
He said best rapper. That was the question.
So is Drake not a rapper? Let's have that.
He is. Absolutely. He's an amazing rapper.
He's an
amazing rapper.
Exactly. So, I mean, what are y'all talking about? Are we talking about rappers or artists?
We're talking about word for word, bar for bar.
Word for word, bar for bar, flow for flow. Story for story.
I don't care about. See, that's the problem with you young niggas.
Oh, I'm older. No,
Let me get my bag real quick. Look, shouts out to everybody who's listening.
Drake does miss.
It's for y'all. It's for y'all.
Somebody said Drake.
Drake does miss, huh?
He's Drake.
What about that? Huh?
Exactly.
Trash.
Come
Ratchet
on.
Happy Birthday is a miss.
Oh,
he's Drake, so just everybody loves it.
Drake had to come up with a dance.
Drake definitely
during
does miss. Wow.
Nigga, they're
you are alone.
Oh man, you are by yourself on this one, Bucko.
It's okay because I got the facts. I got the facts to back this. When's the last time you niggas? When do you think you really started paying attention to Kendrick? Like, why do you think you all?
Oh, I can tell you. Yeah, I can tell you the exact year, what I was doing.
Okay, no. Don't really answer.
Cartoons and cereal.
I was about to say, if you want me to let me
cartoons and cereal. Cartoons and cereal.
Let's talk about it.
That was rhetorical. I thought you niggas were gonna say buried alive. Let me tell you something. Buried alive. Get him alive. All right.
Nigga, that's what you got him. Get the fuck out of here.
Drake is in tune with everything though. Like he is like always current.
Bro, Drake has for one, Drake has. We can't deny this. Drake has way more number 1 albums or number one hits than Kendrick. We'll probably ever have. Let's keep it a bang.
He's a major mid-ass rapper.
Drake? All right, let's change the subject because these niggas are bugging in the comments, bro. These niggas are bugging in the comments.
To Pimp a Butterfly was gorgeous. Thank you.
It was.
It was a great.
Yes.
It was an amazing album. Oh my goodness.
That's one that I like. Didn't stop listening to like all the time.
The best rapper of all time.
Ooh.
Okay,
hold on. Say that again, man. Say it again, man. Say it again. Nah. You're on the record.
That was an ice cold take. Retract. I retract that statement.
Bro.
I retract that statement. But he's better than Kendrick.
Nah,
He's
but
better
Mitch is a true simp. If Drake is your GOAT,
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Slim, you are on point, Slim. You are very much on point.
Like what? They're lighting you up, bro. They're letting you have it. They're
Why
letting you have it.
Oh.
Y'all niggas are all corny. Oh, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar. I used to be Joseph Aaron Follow. I used to be
Bro, he is steady disrespecting Aaron Aflalo, bro.
I used to be Joseph Aaron Follow. I used to be jealous. Like, come on.
They went to
Bro.
the same school, bro. What do you mean?
That was back when I was 9. Grandma 9. 9.
That shit hard. That's the only reason you remember the flow, because that shit hard.
It is hard. It's very hard. It's very hard.
That's just hard. It's bars.
Oh man.
Bar for bar, word for word.
Word.
Kendrick Lamar is a dog, but Drake is better, bro. Let's be honest. Like as a hit maker, Drake knows how to make hits. So
He's gonna be the most popular.
Okay, but that's not like the question. Is who's the best rapper of our generation?
That's literally comparing like Drake, comparing like Biggie Smalls and Tupac. Tupac was like super deep.
That's great. Very well put, Shannon.
But Biggie Smalls made hits. Biggie Smalls got hits out still that we still listen to the radio on the radio. I mean, so does
Kendrick Lamar doesn't have hits.
Kendrick Lamar, what? Poetic Justice? Who's that with?
You're being selective. All right, get the fuck out of here.
Marco spit the facts right there. Best rapper is Kendrick. Best hit maker is Drake.
All right, we'll take that. We'll sit down.
And guess who wasn't answering the question? That motherfucker.
That guy.
Okay.
That was a hot take. That was a super hot take.
It was
a take. So,
bro, when Damn came out, you can't tell me that was the hottest thing out right at the moment.
Love and Loss. Come on, bro. Damn. And that's the last time we heard from that nigga.
DNA.
DNA, bro. Humble. Oh my, bro. I was listening to Humble.
That whole album is a no skip for me.
Me too.
Yeah.
I know.
I listen to y'all every day almost.
Tough.
He can rap. That nigga can rap.
Wait, so are you guys giving Dark Lane demos plays?
Yes.
Not really.
That's not in the rotation right now. Honestly.
Not in the rotation. It's not. Except for Tootsie Slide and an occasional Desire.
Oh yeah, no.
You know that's not
it.
Not the rotation.
I like Tootsie Slide because it's like
you niggas are playing Damn. You niggas are riding around listening to Damn.
I ride around listening to a couple songs from Damn. Yes, I do.
I'm listening to that whole thing for you tomorrow.
You niggas, let me tell you something about you, Izzy, because I don't want to hear shit you got to say. Because when we talk about the rap tip, you like Kendrick Lamar. We only get like 3 albums out of that nigga like ever. Like we never hear from that nigga.
And they are glorious.
And they're all amazing.
And Drake misses. So does Drake miss? Does Drake miss?
They've said it in the chat, and we've said it here.
Was a miss. Scorpion was a miss.
No, hold on.
Scorpion was not a miss. You're bugging.
I disagree with that.
Even
me.
Scorpion was not a miss.
Out on me.
Scorpion was a miss, bro.
You niggas are. I don't want to talk about music.
Bro, Scorpion had like 20-something songs on it. And there was like 4 good ones. Come on,
Drake
dog.
don't miss. Thank you, Dan.
That's a terrible percentage from the field, bro. Come on.
What? Drake has nothing
he
but.
He shot 4 for 20.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Ben is here now. Thank you, Ben.
Oh my goodness, Ben not gonna save you, bro. Ben is not gonna save you.
Ben is a simp too.
I really like Nonstop off of that.
Nonstop's a good song.
I got 2 niggas that saying he don't miss.
You got 2 of the same niggas saying nah, it don't count. That's one nigga. So
come on, bro.
Dan the Man and Ben.
Because they look like,
bro.
Nah, that means you got 2 niggas on it.
Nah, we got
you and one other nigga.
Name 5 good songs off of Scorpion right now, right here, right now.
Fuck. Drake.
I can play on Nonstop.
Come on.
Jaded.
Jaded.
Nonstop.
I'll give you Nice for What 3.
Nice for what? Give me a second. Oh, I got.
What's the other one?
Can I look at the track list at least? Can I look at the track?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
Oh, you're in trouble if you let me listen to the.
Bad, but not a miss. I like that.
You're bugging if you're gonna let me look at the track list. I would have never let you look at the track list.
Yeah,
wait,
go ahead.
While you're searching, can I say that Nonstop definitely had like a Suicide Boys beat feel? Yes or no?
It was constant 808. Yeah, it was constant 808. Blue Tint was a good song, Shannon. I'll agree with you. Wait, was Blue Tint on Scorpion? Wait,
God's Plan? Are we not going to talk about God's Plan?
Come on, dog.
That's your top 5 in that album.
That was a radio banger. That was a radio banger.
Really?
See, this nigga don't got an auction in his car, bro. I ain't finna.
Mitsubishi, what do you expect?
Nigga don't be bumping in the whip.
All radio hits, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Bruh, oh my mama, y'all niggas be lying to me in front of the masses, bro.
It's live, but not God's.
There's two things I have. It's a car and an aux. I don't have an aux cord. It's Bluetooth. Like, you niggas still using aux cords? I'm still using aux cord, y'all.
Nah, Mitch. I bet you got the thing that plugs into the tape player.
I'm not gonna lie, I got one of them joints.
Like you tune to the radio station after it's.
Oh nah, I don't gotta go to the radio station.
I don't have a
I ain't that down bad.
This nigga still drinking. This nigga, man, y'all niggas corny. Look. Let me think about 5 and be done with this conversation.
Yeah. Tell me.
We got After Dark.
Are we starting from 1? Are you starting from 1?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No, I'm not going in no particular.
No, I'm saying like so. 1 is After Dark.
Yeah, 1 is After Dark.
Okay.
2 is In My Feelings. Is that not a hit?
Yeah, for sure. 2.
Okay,
2. That's 2.
Kiss my ass. You
okay.
You got a solo cup.
Go ahead.
We got Nice for What? Nice for What? You just said it.
3. Go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
Jaded, Leaving Me. Dipping Out on Me.
Oh, yeah, not a huge fan, but I guess a lot of people like that song, so I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
Nah, you're being corny. They got.
Go ahead.
I'll give you a couple more. Mob Ties.
Not a fan.
Okay, that's fine. Sick of These Niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas.
We get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Don't talk to me.
Come on, move along.
Right. God's Plan. You said nah earlier.
No, nigga.
You just read it straight from
blue tint. Put blue tint in there. Like you're missing a big
blue tint. That's 5. Yeah, go ahead. We'll add that. That's 5 right there.
Blue Tint and Nonstop.
You got 5 good songs. And Nonstop 6. How many tracks on the album? Let us know.
All right, so let's go on to.
Let us know how many songs on the album.
The next question we have is
26. 26
on the album.
I got you.
26. 5 for 26. You know what? I'm gonna do the math right now. See what your field goal
What's the percentage?
5 26. That's 19%.
Not even 20.
Bro shot 19% on
All
score.
right.
You said that wasn't a miss.
What about Sandra's Rose? What about Sandra's Rose?
No. What are you talking about? I don't even know how that song goes.
Come on, bro. All right. What about fucking the joint with Jay-Z on it? I don't remember how it goes.
He had Michael Jackson on his album. Don't mad at me.
That shit was trash. Come on. Mitch know it was trash.
What? Out of all the albums, why tried to use Scorpion, bro? Like, all right, the nigga had a bad game. It was a miss. Had bad games.
He missed. Come on, bro. Let's call it spade a spade.
I know we deleted a whole album off of SoundCloud because we knew what it was. We knew the vibe. Nah, come on, don't do all now. Let's be intropersonal. Let's be intropersonal. You don't want to talk shit about Drake. Let's talk shit about us. That album was trash. So let's talk about it. So I got one more question from the masses.
Yeah.
And Austin, I kind of want you to take the lead on this one because it's something you've kind of talked about in the past. It's from our homeboy Sean. You can go follow him at Henny God Darko. So that's HENNY God.
Previously Proletariat.
Darko DARKO. Yeah. And he wanted to know. What is our take on aliens? Are we alone? Are there already aliens here? Austin, what's your opinion on that?
Are there aliens? That simple question. I'd say yes. I mean, statistically speaking, it's very, very probable. It's even so probable that we're in a simulation. It's more probable that we're in a simulation, like you're hooked up to a computer somewhere. But that's what's to the side for now. I guess ultimately, yes. Slim, I'm interested to hear your take on it, though. Like, in general, do you think like aliens are weird or are real? Excuse me.
I mean, I think given how like we already know that there's like basically infinite universes and there's like so much shit out there. Space is like extremely huge. There has to be some other life forms out there. Like they said, I mean, basically we're basically just a bunch of cells. Like there has to be another living cell somewhere, and it just hasn't like multiplied or mutated into maybe it has multiplied and mutated into like a more complex cell like us or like so it's like there's definitely some other like living organisms out there. That I'm not saying that it's like a fucking alien looking thing, like a fucking look at this nigga.
Cornball.
I'm not saying it's like a fucking big black eyes, gray body looking thing, but there is something living out there.
Yeah, I off of that point, like the part that gets me that's like, wait, what kind of feeling is that the universe is so vast. It's incredibly huge. Like we are in a solar system that consists of a handful of planets with one star. Now our galaxy consists of billions billions of those solar systems within a galaxy, all rotating around a fucking black hole. And then outside of that, there's a whole network of galaxies that have solar systems in them that are all rotating in some way, shape, or form. And the farthest that we can see out, like as a like progressed race, if you will, like intelligent beings,
right?
We can only see out that far because that's how far light has traveled. Like, think about that for a second. Like, that's the farthest light from any one star has actually traveled. So it's changing all the time. And that's the farthest we can see. So, like, with that amount of space, the probability is so incredibly low that we are it. We are alone. Like, I mean, and then, so to answer the other part of that question was that have aliens already been here? That is more or less a experience-based question, if you will. You can see all these stories of all these different encounters, but the two that I would say I put the most credit towards is the testimony of Bob Lazar and then also the testimony of Commander Fravor, who Commander Fravor specifically is how I learned about it first, is that he is a commander of a specific unit on a aircraft carrier, and I could be butchering that, but he is a respected official, somewhat high up within the Air Force. Basically, was out on routine mission, right? Mm-hmm. They were supposed to engage other aircrafts, but that was part of the routine, and they said, "Hey, hold on, cancel the flight. We're gonna have you go out 50 clicks that way and check something out that we've been marking for a couple of weeks." And then that brings up the Tic Tac UFO. The only reason why I'm connecting these two stories is because of what he saw. So imagine a 40-foot long Tic Tac that's hovering above the water in a cross shape, like a religious cross. And it's darting back and forth extremely quickly. And right in that same pathway, the water is straight up fucking bubbling. Like it's literally bubbling out the water, right? It's doing something. He can't see it. And this is with his naked eye. It's not through imagery with radar, sonar, whatever. He sees that from way up high. And he's like, okay, we got to go check that out. They go down. He gets relatively close to it. It shoots up way above him and then is gone in a second. They can't see any type of propulsion. There's no, hot air coming out the back like a jet engine. There's no water. There's no nothing. It just goes. There's no plume, as they call it, right? And then to the radar team that they're talking to while they're out on this little expedition, they read that UFO, if you will, Tic Tac UFO, backs like where they started their routine, exactly where they started that expedition, and then they lose sight of it.
I think.
Or go ahead.
Also, real quick, I just think that if these guys are telling the truth and nothing but the truth, and they have whatever radar, video, textual evidence that they have for the government, I think that it would be something that would be looked into more and kind of exposed a little bit more to the public. But then also you have the thing where if there really were aliens, they probably wouldn't tell us because we would probably go even crazier than we have with the coronavirus and George Floyd dying altogether, times 50, if we found out that there were other life forms somewhere else that could possibly destroy us. So yeah, Austin.
Well, so on that note, why would you keep that kind of thing a secret, right? So the whole fact that they couldn't see a plume, right? That's a huge key. So according to the testimony of Bob Lazar, which is up in the air for anyone who wants to interpret it, basically it's the testimony of someone who claims to have worked at Area 51, like in a sector called like S7 or something weird like that. He was in Area 51, but it was in a specific sector. And like you can look up his background. Much of it has somewhat been deleted, which I'll get to. But before he was hired, he was like a propulsion expert. And in New Mexico, he was literally known as the guy who put like a jet turbine in the back of a Civic. Like he was known as that kind of guy, engine guy, right? But basically tells this whole story of working on an aircraft like the government has these UFOs, about 9 of them out there. And one he was tasked with working on was a reverse engineering of the propulsion system. So reverse engineering basically means that you have something, it's already put together, and you deconstruct it and figure out how it works, like just from having it and having all the components, right? So they're tasked with deconstructing this, propulsion device. And it basically, the whole theme is that it works off of gravity. So like we know that gravity pulls us to the earth, but there's also the reverse effect of gravity that can kind of push you away. And with a specific type of element that was thought to have been found off planet, they actually have created isotopes on the Earth or whatever, and it's just not the right isotope. Like it'll be active for a second and then kind of die out. But anyways, if you can use gravity as a medium to fly through space, air, water, whatever, and that's another part to these Tic Tac UFOs. They were seen coming out of the water. A lot of other cases, like quote unquote cases, not necessarily documented, but they're there, that somebody reported them, right? So the whole water thing kind of checks out. But if you could fly through or move through gravity, think about gravity, how it's around everything. It's pulling this desk that my laptop is on to the ground. It's pulling my laptop onto the top of the desk. It's always around us, whether we like it or not. And if you were to use that medium, to propel yourself, if you could harness that somehow, you could fly very fast through whatever you wanted, space, air, water. So the other thing is that inside that propulsion or thing that they were trying to reverse engineer, there is an element that has not been discovered, but a specific isotope. So like I said, they've actually created other isotopes of this element, but not stable ones, meaning not the right one that then so-called propels this aircraft. So if other nations knew we had this kind of technology in our hands, to answer your question, that would be a reason to invade. That would be a reason to try to flex their muscles, become the top country, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, Austin. Now, I want to ask you something, man to man.
Ask me.
Mano y mano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you say you believe in aliens. And I kind of agree with you.
I mean, to the degree that's
okay.
It's statistically probable.
Okay. I want you to take 1 second and think about your encounters.
I haven't had any alien encounters.
Okay. Look. I want you to think about your encounters with this nigga Slim.
Okay.
Now. I want you to think about the picture that I sent you earlier.
Which one?
The one with his face just in the camera, just bean-headed. I've never seen a nigga with a head.
If he was an alien, you would be the same alien.
Oh, fuck you.
Y'all would be the same species. Izzy would be a different species, okay? So would I. But y'all two would be the same alien species disguised in like a human skin. Okay?
I'm just saying, this nigga Slim, his spine shows as a grown man. Slim, you about to be 25, right? You about to be 25 next month, right?
Nigga,
your spine is showing. Now,
what if I? Hey, Austin, what if I told you Mitch is a human-sized frog?
Oh,
I believe that.
What if I told you this nigga is from the planet Froginus? And this nigga is invading.
His mom was from that planet, and then his dad was from the Pug planet.
Talking about my mom? I know you're not talking about my mom.
I said your dad is from the pug planet if your mom is from the frog planet, and that's how you got to be existing. You're a frog and a pug at the same time.
This nigga Mitch don't snore in his sleep. This nigga ribbit in his sleep.
I don't really. I get hoes, nigga. Let me tell you something about this nigga Slim. This nigga Slim ain't gained a pound since I known this nigga. You want to know why? Because he's a crackhead. This nigga is smoking crack. You're a crackhead. Identify. You hoe ass nigga. Yeah, I might be a frog, but I don't smoke Grisnack. What are you talking about? Nigga, I seen this nigga Slim, his spinal cord be out, nigga. I be over at this nigga's crib, his chest bigger than the rest of his body.
Nah, bro.
Why is your chest poking out?
Nah, when we used to spark, this nigga Mitch with one eye would be looking at the J and the other eye he would be watching TV.
Moving independently.
Nigga. Let me tell you about this nigga Slim, dog. Nigga Slim. No, I ain't finna whisper. This nigga Slim. I don't even got nothing to come up with. This nigga skinny as a bitch, dog. Like, I mean, he a cool guy. Like, I can't even say too much. DJ Moore. Bitch do look like it. Who the hell is DJ Moore?
DJ Moore.
Hey,
go ahead.
No, hold on. Who is DJ Moore?
DJ Moore is actually a wide receiver from the Carolina Panthers.
That's not him though. DJ. Oh, that's not Graylin. Who the hell is DJ Moore?
I don't know who DJ Moore is, but yeah.
Now show yourself, DJ. You're gonna talk about me in the comments, but I don't even know who you is. I need to know who you are before I rag on you real quick. Who is you? I'm gonna give you some time to contemplate. If you don't say who you is, you corny. Now, this nigga, it's like, nah, you're not. Well, yeah, nigga, you is corny. I ain't gonna bite my tongue on it. You better tell me who you is, DJ Moore, because it's coming. Oh, it's Dylan. Is that not Dylan? That's Dylan, ain't it?
Oh, that's probably Dylan.
I don't know Dylan that much to say anything about him, but you're white, so if you don't know, you must be on. You better be on the right side of the revolution. That's all I gotta say. You talking about that shit. You better love black people, because if not, we looting y'all shit. But this back to you, Slim. You ugly ass.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
This nigga need to shave. Look at this nigga.
I do need to shave.
Yeah, nigga. But anyways, to get on the alien talk, it's not okay. Change. Make that change. Be on the alien talk. I think there's aliens probably out there for real. And that's that. Honestly, I don't care as long as they don't like. Did y'all see that meme on Twitter where they were like, "Oh, we're up next, guys. I'm kind of nervous."
Yeah, bro. Fucking August, aliens about to just start invading.
They was like, yeah, nigga said if we not looting, said if we looting, yeah, Sean. I can't read.
What, bro?
We and one of my homegirls, we was talking about being dyslexic. She said she was dyslexic. Let me tell you something about being dyslexic. It's not a joke. My favorite song by 50 Cent is 12 Questions. Now, Izzy, do you believe I said my favorite joke by 50 Cent is 12 Questions? That's a Kanye West. Y'all niggas don't know nothing about Kanye West. See, that's who the best rapper of all time really is. I mean, if we gonna talk,
that's what I thought you were gonna say.
That's who the best artist of all time really is.
If that's the case, if I'm gonna say Drake, I'm gonna say Kanye too, bruh.
Kanye first, but
Kanye,
what were you about to say?
Man, who cares? Man, look, aliens or no aliens, if they come to my doorstep, they getting popped. My mom has got a knock. She got a knock in the hammer. And I promise, if a nigga come to my doorstep talking reckless, like they be talking on Twitter, talking about some pull-up shit, if you pull up on me, you're going to get shot. I promise. So please test that. No, I'm serious. Also looking at me weird, but my mama just got a new glitter knock. And if you niggas pull up on me, niggas are going to shoot. So please do not intrude. But Mitch is sweet. Dylan,
right. This nigga about to be sitting behind his mom like, nigga.
Hey, mom, where's the keys? Where's the keys to the car? Hey, mom, you might want to get that out. Hey, Slim, when we gonna go to the gun range though?
Soon, bro. This
Real
nigga Telly just got more rounds.
Real talk though, I might be able to get us to a handgun range.
Let's go.
But that shit, honestly, that shit is kind of scary. Like, what if a nigga is like he having a bad day?
You're soft.
No, what if a nigga, okay,
having
so
a bad
realistically, what if a nigga's having a bad day and he's like,
I mean,
okay,
that's
I'm
a
gonna go
total
in there and
possibility.
I'm gonna shoot this shit up.
I can't rule that out. That's a total possibility. People
Like,
who have, but it's this at least the thing the part of my dad is from. It's 12th precinct. It sounds kind of copish, I guess, but they basically have a handgun range that you can go. You know the code. You have to pay a fee, but that's it. You pay the fee. I don't know if you had to do a background check or nothing, but we go there with whatever handguns we want, shoot, and that's it, really.
Yeah, light some shit up.
It's fun though.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Hey, if we can't do anything though, we should go to the PG County Trap and Skeet. You can rent an $3,000 gun for $8, an over-under Beretta shotgun that we can shoot clays with for $8. I'm telling you, it's actually really fun.
I've never actually shot a gun.
You have to go up and like with the shotgun, and you have rounds. You have to keep it open, of course, for safety. But you go up, and there's little microphones, right? You basically go up, and if it's the first person, you yell "pull," and like this thing is like going back and forth, right? And then when you say "pull," it like slings the clay, and you have to shoot it. It's pretty fun, actually.
Pull it. Pull it. Hey, we got one more question. Guys.
All right, let's make this one quick, guys.
All right, so the next question that we have is actually from Shannon Shenanigans. I don't know how to say it.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Shannon.
Shenanigans.
Damn, this nigga been talking about me on Twitter already. That's crazy. Shanna said her question was, I would still like to know how you feel about your girl touching your ass. Slim, I'm gonna start you off with this one because Slim hit me up and checked me earlier. Slim, how would you feel if your girl was to touch your booty crack?
That's not really my thing, but if that's your thing, I mean, I don't.
Put that back on me. It's a question.
That was a general if I'm not gonna look down on like niggas if niggas like I like getting my ass ate. Like,
I mean, we can get that in a second because we're gonna talk about women. I'm talking about.
That's the question, right? What else is she gonna do to your ass? Like what?
Is she just grabbing a handful, or is she searching for something?
Hey yo,
no booty crack though. Okay, Izzy, we know what you're getting.
I'm talking about like you in the crib. Yeah, we got you. That's redheaded. We talking about. Hey, it's Slim. I mean, that's Slim. Fuck that. Deaf. It's your girl. She's right here. She can tell us if you lying. When she touch your booty, how does that make you feel as a man?
I mean, like for me, like I act like I have a problem with it, but like I know it makes her happy. So it's like, I just let her do it. I let it slide.
You like it?
Listen, bro, I like it. If she likes it.
Firmly grasp it.
Bro, listen, if she likes it, I love it. That's that.
Hey, and Def, that's player. I'm not gonna even rag you on that.
Wait, I missed player.
What
was the question? I missed the question. Hold up.
Nigga, what do you mean? You answered first.
What was the question?
How do you feel about your girl grabbing your booty hole? I mean, your booty.
Oh, yeah.
Two different questions. These are two different questions.
Finger in the butt. How you feel?
That's what you wanted it to be. I feel like the question was not.
Y'all niggas gotta live a little. Slim, how you feel about your girl?
Oh, so how do you feel about it? Hold on.
We gonna get to me in a second because we
Are you living, huh? Are you living?
The whole shebang. We're gonna talk about the whole shebang.
Sounds like you're living.
How you feel about your girl grabbing your butts?
I feel like they just be doing that shit to be funny. So it's like,
yeah, they do. Yeah.
I feel that too.
About it.
Austin, how you feel?
I think I'm kind of with Izzy on that one. If that's what she likes, go for it.
Yeah. If that's what she likes, go for it. Is it the same thing if she's trying to eat your?
That's about to be your thing for like a really long time. You better get used to it. Like you accept someone fully, or do you not?
She just walking around grabbing your ass like
young.
I mean, I assert my dominance. Okay.
You're like, yeah, grab that ass.
I'm the oh no. Maybe that's how you do things.
Hey, you said you assert your dominance.
Yeah, but in the same way, but like back to her if that's what she's doing. You know what I'm saying?
If she's trying, okay, so let's get into it. Let's just talk about
I'm slapping ass too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Austin, are you eating ass?
It's 2020.
Yes, of course. He said he's my ass.
You see these glasses?
It's 2020.
Do you see these?
All right, so everybody on the panel, I'm gonna go ahead on and assume that we all eat the booty. Is that a fact?
Damn, nigga, like.
All right, that's fine. No, just identify.
You're with friends here, Slim.
On Front Street. I mean,
stop being scared.
He's on Front Street. Okay, yeah. We
do that over here at the Sleaze Mob. Why you think we call ourselves the Sleaze Mob, nigga? Let me tell you something. Now, no. Before I tell you something, I want to ask you something. Are y'all niggas letting your girl eat your booty if she wanted to?
That's what I heard originally. That's what I heard. Like that's what I thought the question was originally.
Let's just reiterate. Are we going to let our girls eat our butts?
No, that's not my thing.
Nah, I'm not gonna. Nah.
Oh, y'all niggas is
just find yourself.
Like, oh man. I'm just like, nah, you ain't even gotta do that, babe.
You ain't even gotta do all of that.
I'm gonna just go ahead on and put this out there. We had multiple pilot episodes that never released, and we talked about this before. Mm-hmm. And somebody on here, I'm not gonna say who it is, but look at their face real quick because you could probably decide who said that they would be cool with that, with their girl eating. And let me tell you something.
I'd be down to try it, but it's not my thing.
Happy International Women's Day.
Hey,
yeah, you with the shits, Mitch, huh?
Literally. Oh man.
All I'm saying is life is too short not to have fun. And if you're going to do it, I'm not going to be like, no. Like,
this nigga spread eagle, bro.
You be face down, ass up.
Tune it up. You be tuning it up.
Oh, nigga, that's what that nigga said. Nah. Now I remember. This nigga Mitchell said he was about to tune it up. Nah.
Oh no.
You go do it. You go do it all the way. Stop being hoes about it. But so to answer your question, Shannon,
he wants to get his ass ate.
Okay.
He thinks it's okay.
It's nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna be like, hey, rare. You know, be a grown man, Mitch. Okay. All right, Sean, I'm about to answer the question, nigga. This is what it say. So if a girl wanted to grab my ass, how I feel about it, I don't care. I do care. That's a lie. It feels weird, but like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna get upset about it. Like, you grab your girl's ass, like girls just like as a joke. So like it's all cute and whatever. Would I let a girl eat my butt? For sure, I definitely would. Would I eat her butt? Yes, I would. I mean, I do that anyways. That comes with the prescription. Slim.
Why you saying slim, nigga? Get the fuck out of here. This nigga got a fucking bandana on, bro.
Come on,
bro. I
ain't finna whisper, huh?
Fuck out of here. Bro, I can make a whole montage of Slim saying fuck out of here, bro. And that's gonna be golden, bro. That's gonna be golden.
You say it like 4 times an episode.
Nah, because niggas always want to question me, bro.
I'm just saying, nigga. Be a man, nigga. Is you gonna let her do what you want to do or not? You lame man. Damn. Oh, I gotta
wait, what?
That's all I gotta say.
No, bro.
Nigga Slim be trying to leave me on the island. Like, nigga, we know.
We know about it.
Hey, go ahead.
And that's going to be our promo bit for the next time.
All right. So that was our mailbag segment. We're definitely going to do that every single week from here going forward. If you have any questions that you want to submit to us, that you want us to answer live on air here on YouTube, where you can find us on YouTube at Sleaze Mob, You can DM us those questions on Twitter or Instagram, also at sleazmob, or you can email us those questions, sleazmob7@gmail.com. And we will answer your question here live on air. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get into one of our final little segments here. Fellas, it's time for a little Augie Baugie.
Yes, sir.
If you guys are down for that.
Augie.
All right. So for those of you guys who don't know what RG Bargy is, this segment of our show, this is basically a segment where like one of us has the responsibility or the duty, if you will, to go on Twitter and take a keyword and search that keyword with all the people you see here, all of our Twitter names, to see what we tweeted throughout the years. We've all had our Twitters for years and years now. So we've probably tweeted some funny, some wild, some crazy stuff over the past year. So basically, we go around, we say anonymously what those tweets say, and we all have to guess who said that tweet. So it's pretty fun, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And I'm the host this time. Last 2 episodes, it was Mitch. We just get better and better every time with this, so let's get right into it. The first keyword for RG Bargy tonight is the word condom.
No.
Oh shit.
No.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off here. So the first tweet that we have is very simply put, it is fuck condoms.
Me, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mitch on that one.
Yeah, probably Mitch.
Y'all going Mitch? Damn, that's
I might too.
Mitch. Okay. So that was actually tweeted by @SuttonDef.
Oh shit!
April 23rd, 2015. So that was like
dogging off.
I don't know what I was going through at the time. I don't know.
Nah, what did you tweet? What did you say? What was your tweet last week? You was like, put the cat in the casket.
I don't know. College days was a crazy time for me. I don't know. That was wild. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the second tweet. The second tweet, same keyword, condoms. So the second tweet is, I trust you as much as I trust a mesh condom.
Slim.
That's not me.
Yeah, that was probably me. That was probably me.
What do you think, Austin?
Yeah, I'll go with Slim.
You go with Slim. So that was tweeted by @LordBroadus.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. On December 10th of 2015.
December
15.
How did you know you said that, Slim?
Because I used to tweet a lot about trust back in the day. And it
Niggas was breaking your heart.
Hey man, it's going through some things, bro. Come on now.
I feel it. All right. So next one. This tweet says, I can have condom sex with you and feel like I barely know you.
That sounds like Mitch. Look at his face.
That might be Mitch.
Look at him.
I might
I'm going Mitch.
have tweeted that too. I don't know.
I'm going Mitch.
Y'all got Mitch? Okay.
2015, that's me.
Yeah, that was tweeted by @BabyGatMitch, November 21st, 2016. You said you can have condom sex and feel like you barely know a person. Why did you say that?
He probably didn't get what he wanted.
That is a terrible. Oh my god! Why am I like this?
You're about to get canceled.
He didn't get his booty hole ate.
I mean, it's like, I'm not surprised that I would say.
You know who you tweeted that about too, huh?
Oh, probably. Condom sex is cool though. I promote safe sex. I promote safe sex now. You know, back now. I mean, even now, every now and I don't know.
Every now and then, is that what you?
This nigga on the same boat as Izzy. Look at him. This nigga be like, fuck condoms.
You say you barely even know a person after you have sex with them with a condom on. Like, what you doing? Who he is? You don't even know, bro.
Wait, bro.
Crazy, bro. Skin to skin, it don't count. Oh no.
Oh, you said it again.
Skin in the skin and we ain't counting.
Look, let's keep it up, man. Ain't nothing like the skin to skin, but I mean, you know, I'm gonna do
Flesh to flesh.
I'm gonna run the condom. I'm gonna run the condom needs.
Jesus.
Okay. All right. So the next tweet I got, it says, my dad used to give me condoms like I was actually getting pussy.
Me. That's me.
Yeah, that's me.
I know that's me. And you guys want to know? You guys want to know why? Like, no, go ahead and tell us.
Yeah, that was definitely tweeted by @BabyGatMitch in 2016.
Yeah, that was me. Cause let me tell you how I learned how to put a condom on. I go to my dad's crib one day because, of course, my parents were divorced when I was young. That's not neither here nor there. Mind your business. I just told you anyways. But this is what happened. So I go to my dad's house and I walk in my room, open up the door, and there's a condom on the desk, right? Sitting there. And I'm a virgin, right? So I'm like, this cannot be mine. I know I did not leave this here by chance.
It couldn't be.
It just don't make sense. 1 + 1 is 2, nigga. So it's not me. So I yell downstairs. I'm like, Dad, did you leave it? Because I'm thinking my dad is like wilding, like fucking his wife in my house or something. I mean, in my room or something. I'm like, all right now, have some respect. But I ask him I'm like, yo, Dad, what's good with this? And he comes upstairs. This nigga just happened to be eating chicken, right? A big ass chicken leg, right?
What?
Yeah, watch this. So me and him are just talking, right? And I'm like, Dad, what's good with this condom, right? And this nigga is like, look, I'm gonna teach you how to put one of these on. This nigga opens up the condom, right? I give it to him and he opens it up. He's like biting the meat off the chicken bone. Like,
oh God.
He like gets all of it off the bone. And he takes the condom and he puts it over the chicken bone.
What? That's traumatic as fuck.
I'm like watching him do this. Like I'm sitting at my computer, like watching him.
A chicken bone?
Why?
Like a drumstick?
It's like, this is how this is done, huh? Okay. Yo, this nigga puts the condom over the chicken bone, and that's how I learned how to put condoms. That is
Did you hear this?
This nigga put a condom on a chicken bone?
That's how he taught Mitch how to put a condom on.
That's all you
Nigga. What?
Yeah.
What?
A freshly eaten chicken bone, like he was eating it while he was talking to him, and then was like, you know what? I'm going to use this for the demonstration.
Now listen, son.
Now once you're done eating it,
It was like, you know something about condoms? They were right on a chicken bone. Like, what the fuck?
Like I said, I got something I want to show you real quick. You want to know? And when you go to college, you're going to be having sex. This is how you need to do it. Man said, no wonder he don't like condoms. It's not traumatizing, but it's just like, that's how you gonna teach me, nigga? Come on, bro.
Right, no bananas, no nothing else.
no cucumbers or some shit.
This nigga pulled out a chicken wing, bit down to the gristle. Not a lick of chicken meat on there, bro. So shouts out to him for showing me. That's player. And you know what? I think I'm gonna make that a family tradition. I think I'm gonna do that when I show my son how to do it. So
not doing it.
All right, so we got one more. We got one more for condom, right? And this tweet says, "What's it like using a condom?" Response: "It's like picking up dog shit. You have poop in your hand, but you don't freak out."
That's definitely me.
Austin. That's definitely Austin.
That's definitely me. Wait, can you read it one more time?
Yeah. So the tweet says, "What is it like using a condom?" Response: "It's like picking up dog shit. You have poop in your hand, but you don't freak out." And when you really think about that makes total sense. It makes total sense.
Austin's the only person that would make that analogy, though.
Like, you're welcome. You're welcome,
bruh. No, but like that ass though, because it's like, because it's like condom sex. Like you go ahead and nut, and then it's like, I nutted.
Yeah,
but there's a safety net there. You know what
you now have a bag of something.
Y'all just picking it up by the bottom,
and you're just holding it, and you're like, okay,
I got this now.
Y'all some wild niggas.
I can do
Y'all
with
so
this
wild,
what I
niggas.
choose.
God, I forgot I tweeted that shit.
This is in my control. It's in a bag. That's what basically you're saying. Yeah,
I mean, you fill it up. It's just unavoidable.
yeah, that shit was hilarious. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get into the second word. Second word for Audrey Bawdry tonight. The first one says, and I'm gonna give you guys context on this one. So I'm gonna give you guys from the start because it was a little thread. So this person says, he quotes a tweet that says, also, I don't understand the celebrities making videos announcing they have corona. I wouldn't tell a soul. This person quote tweeted this saying, I was literally thinking the same thing. And then the person responded to this person, to our person, saying, imagine being known as a person that had the corona at some point.
No,
That's definitely Mitch.
And then this person responded, our person responded, he said, and the second word of the night is nasty. He said, like, you nasty son of a bitch. I know about you. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fast forward 50 days after that tweet. This person says that they have the coronavirus.
Hey, ain't karma, bitch.
This was tweeted by @BabyGatMitch on March 20th, 2020.
no. Let me tell you something about the Rona. That shit is way easier to catch than what you think it is. Like a nigga like me was just chilling in the crib and I got it. I ain't leaving the house for nothing. And I got it, nigga. That shit is real. So you niggas stay at home and be safe. I just beat it though.
Yes, sir.
I'm corona free as of today, literally, because I just got the call today from my doctor. That's not cap. But you know, it is nasty, and I'll probably be a nasty nigga. But, you know, it is what it is. Hey, baby girl, I ain't got the Rona no more. You can slide through now, or I can slide through your crib. You know, we've been talking for a while, and I probably had the Corona while we was talking, but I ain't got it no more, so I can come see you now. So yeah, you know what's funny about the whole Rona thing though? This nigga Izzy was the first one to bring it up. Like, I'm not even mention Telly because Telly had it too, but this nigga Izzy was like, yo, I was just at like this gathering or something, like with my friends. And he was like, you know what's funny? Like one of my friends said they had it.
It was for Jay, right?
Yeah, it was for Jay. Rest in peace to Jay once again. But he was like, one of my friends had it. And I'm like, oh, nigga, you got that shit. That mean you got it because you shook his hand. And I'm joking around and da. And then turn around a week later, literally a week later, I had it. And that was one of the...
That's the universe. You was the only one making really jokes about it on the TL. Like you and Telly, for real. And you both the only, you both the niggas that got it.
It was funny, Mo. I swear to God, it was funny. And somehow we just happened to get it. It's like a freak of nature. Like people in my family had it, like, nah, you know, and I got it from them and whatever. Yeah. But you know, it's one of those things. We bounce back, you know. So I'm happy that it didn't like hit me too hard. It's low-key a hoe for real. Like it's one of those things. It's like we just need to like, you know, ignore it. It's like
it's gonna be interesting though, because like with all these protests going on and everybody's so close to one another, it's gonna be interesting to see if like the numbers spike in a couple weeks or whatever, however long it takes for the symptoms to show or whatever.
Yeah, do y'all think there's about to be like a surge? Like,
well, if there's not, then it shows that the media was kind of hyping it up like a lot.
Yeah.
So if a lot of people don't die, then I don't know.
It's definitely going to be a surge. Now, Sean, to answer your question, I didn't get it from Telly. Telly just happened to have it, and I kind of got it after him.
You probably got it from your mom, right? Or no?
I got it from me and my mom got it from the same person. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So yeah, but you know, life goes on.
Yeah.
Shouts out to y'all for beating that.
Yeah, man. And shouts out. Speaking of which, shout out to everybody who showed me love on like Twitter and stuff like that. even when I announced that I had it, like people were like reaching out to me and making sure everything was cool. So shouts out to y'all, man. It doesn't go swept under the rug. I love y'all, man. So thank you for all the support and all that.
And we were in contact with this man every day while he had corona, so we knew he was straight. So that's the only reason that we're making jokes about it here tonight on episode 4 of Sittin on 22's podcast. But I want to go ahead and get into the last tweet that I had for Audrey Bawdry tonight. Same keyword, nasty. This is what the tweet reads. What you mean you ain't nasty? Why the fuck you came? Don't you see the grilled candy on the frame?
That's me, right? I think that's me.
Yes, that was tweeted by the Shire man.
That's a bar.
Oh, I love me some Big Crit, huh?
Yeah, that's a bar.
Yeah.
I love Big Crit. He's awesome.
And that was tweeted for context. That was tweeted in September 19th. I'm sorry, 2012.
Oh, I bet
2012.
Yo, the first song I ever heard 2 Chainz on was I think it was called Dresser. It was on a Big Crit mixtape though. Like I like Big Crit. I don't know. He has like this like southern like part like that. I don't know, that like headbanger music almost sometimes. But like everything flows. It's just
yeah, all that shit rides. I mean, UGK has used that bar a couple times.
Yeah.
Like fucking, what you mean you ain't nasty?
Yeah, and Ludacris was on that song too.
Actually, you know what? I have one more word for RJ Barge tonight, and I just want to bring these 2 tweets up. And we can do this one right here. So this one says, and this the final word is outside. The final word is outside, the word outside. So this tweet says, she let me grand slam outside the Denny's.
That's not me.
That's a Travis Scott bar. Is that me
is
or nah? That might be Mitch.
You think it's Mitch? What do you think, Austin?
Well, based off of that, Slim said that it's a Travis Scott bar. I'm gonna go with Slim. I think Slim did it because you also said, "Oh no, we can do this one." Hence, Prince was not here. Am I right?
I mean, well, not necessarily. I mean, it definitely could be Mitch, and he's gonna put on his little headphones right now, and now he's listening. And now he said it might just be him. So, Mitch, just because you missed it, the last tweet, I introduced a new word, just one extra word for RG Bargy, and the word was outside, outside. And the tweet read, "She let me grand slam outside the Denny's."
Oh my God! I hope that was not me. Tell me that was not me.
All right. So that was tweeted by @LordBroadus.
Yes.
On January
I knew it.
2015.
That's a bar. Because
that's not a bar.
Grand Slam is on the menu at Denny's, bro. Think about it.
It is though. It is
a bar.
I mean, we all knew.
It's not really a bar.
For you to know that.
That's a bar. That's a
we
bar.
already knew that, you dweeb.
So one more tweet. Last tweet of the night.
Tweet.
So the last one, same keyword, outside. This one says, niggas went to a haunted house and Mitch just stood outside the whole time. So scary.
That's definitely me because that's that nigga Mitch. That nigga a bitch, yo.
Break it down. Talk about it.
Nah, we was on a double date, right? This nigga Mitch was scared as hell, bro.
Damn.
It's like nah. I was just fucking with him. He actually did go in the joint, but it was funny because he walked behind the girl the whole time. That nigga was. Nigga was not fucking with the front.
Let's talk about the premise of haunted houses. Okay, they're there to scare you. Why, in my right mind, would I go first? When clearly I'm gonna be the first one to get scared.
This nigga was last, bro. This nigga.
First of all, Slim. Let me tell you something. That was her idea to go. So, as a gentlewoman, what you should do is be first in the group to go. It was your idea. I didn't want to go to no haunted house. I don't do no shit like that. I mean, I go every now and then, but like, I'm not going to be like, hey, you want to go to a haunted house? Like, hey, let's talk about getting there. First of all, Slim, Because
what?
it was first of all, it took me like an hour and like 45 minutes to get there, right?
Yeah, that was your man's fault too.
I mean, yeah, I had no clue how far this was from where I was leaving from. It was literally like 2 hours. Like, and like we was on some like back country, like dark, like pitch black roads. Like I am terrified. And I see this nigga behind me, like tailing me. Like there's some car behind me tailing the shit out of me. So it's scaring me even more, right? And we're driving down the road, and it's like in the middle of nowhere. So, like, of course, I missed my turn, so I have to turn around. And I turned in the thing, and we about to park. I call Slim. I'm like, Slim, where are you at? This nigga said, I'm right behind you. So that's the nigga. this is the nigga that was like tailing me super close. I'm like, nigga, if you got my bumper, nigga.
This nigga's scary, yo.
Bruh, it be deer outside, nigga. Like, come on, have some respect for the wilderness. But this nigga talking about
the wilderness. Yeah. Come on.
I go out. I go to haunted houses and like I go to. See, that's a grown ass man.
Okay, bro. Cats are aliens. Cats are real aliens. It's
Those
like
are-
in the skin.
Ollie's the man.
They don't get social cues. Why you holding him by his neck?
Right. Like, here's my
Bro, he can't breathe, bro. Chill. Put him down.
Look what he does, though.
I rock with cuz. You know who allergic to cats? Guess Slim. That nigga's allergic to cats.
I used to be hella allergic.
Get
Yeah,
the
but he's still
wheezing.
allergic. That nigga get the wheezing. Me and him was geeking one day, laughing,
Hey, bro.
and like the whole time we was laughing, like he was like wheezing. Like I was like,
I
nigga,
could not breathe.
he
I was
saw.
like,
But did you know what I mean,
Yo, this
Cardi?
shit happens to me too. I don't know if it's allergies or like a breathing problem. I don't know.
But we should all go to a haunted house together. Actually, like
Yeah, there's
that'd
ones
be a lot
in
of fun.
probably like Davidsonville. I'm pretty sure.
We should do an escape room. An escape room would be funny as shit.
Yo, I was in one in Davidsonville once where like they had this whole big ass trail, and one of the things you went in was like a room made of like doors. So like you went into specific one, and you had to figure out which door led out, and then a fucking strobe light in that shit, and like two clowns like with crazy masks came out, like all of a sudden, like while you were in there trying to figure out which door it was, and just like popped up.
mm-hmm.
Definitely come around
Yes.
and play.
See, I be getting scared. Like,
I
in
mean,
the
no,
haunted
that shit
houses.
was pretty scary. I'll be honest. But
I mean, you know, you kind of live and you learn, man. Like as you get older, it's like, that shit facade. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I ain't scared. It just be scary. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna just ask y'all, man. Since we talking about getting scared and all types of shit, like, I just want to know, what kind of guys are we, man? Like who got their phone next to their mic? Take your phone away. I just hey,
That's probably my
everybody's
shit.
yeah, take your shit away from your shit, nigga. See, here you go. Get it right, get it tight, nigga.
Get it tight.
Yeah, nigga. But I just want to know, man, what kind of guys are we talking to right now? Like, who are you niggas? I mean, I feel like I know y'all, but I feel like the viewing public and the listening public don't know who you niggas are. I want to know what kind of guys you niggas are. So I'm gonna start with Slim tonight. Slim, tell me, what kind of guy are you, man?
I'm a if I bring a bottle to your crib, I'm gonna probably take it when I step kind of guy.
That is a fact. I'm
If
not leaving.
If you're not going to drink it, then you know what I'm saying. Might as well leave it that joint.
I'm not leaving the bottle for the viewing public. Y'all niggas are not going to drink my drink, nigga. I spent $60 on this bottle, so I respect that. Def, man, what kind of guy are you, man?
Well, you know, and this might make a lot of people upset, but I'm a no cornbread on Thanksgiving or ever kind of guy. That's ever. Not a fan of cornbread. Not a fan of cornbread at all.
Oh,
It's terrible.
Even I like cornbread.
See, look, I love bread. I'm a big fan of bread. Always have been, always will be. But I do not like sweet bread. I don't like donuts either. I just don't like sweet bread.
What?
You don't like
You never
donuts?
had like
I'm sorry.
red beans and rice with sausage and like cornbread? Nothing
Nigga,
like that.
I love red beans and rice.
I've never had that.
And
That sounds
sausage
delicious.
is great, but I just don't like cornbread. Not for me.
That sounds delicious.
He's a Chick-fil-A kind of guy.
Yeah, red beans
Austin,
and
put
rice
me
is
on
pretty
it,
good.
Kind of
I
guy.
got you.
I'm also like I said before, like I said this a while ago. I'm also a go to Chick-fil-A and get inconvenienced and understand what's going on kind of guy. I'm not gonna complain, you know. I'm not gonna complain. That's what kind of guy I am.
This is a coon right here.
Shut up.
Coonship activated.
Coonship activated. We're boycotting Chick-fil-A, nigga.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing that. Yeah.
A Chick-fil-A kind of guy
No, we got
turns
you. We got
into
you.
a
We got
coon
you
kind of
red-handed.
guy.
We got you red-handed.
A coon kind of guy turns into an Uncle Ruckus kind of guy.
Uncle Rocket's kind of guy becomes trouble.
Damn, what happened to Austin?
This
Shit.
nigga gone.
Yo, it got dunished real quick.
Man, he was next in the.
Like, what were we supposed to do? Oh man, all right. So I mean, I guess Austin had just he's experiencing some technical difficulties.
Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead on. So I was gonna take his time to think about what I was. There we go. Yes, sir.
Google Chrome is bugging right now. Okay,
Oh man,
I don't know what's going
it's
on.
all good. It's all good.
I'm back.
We were just about to ask you what kind of guy you were.
Yeah, what
I'm
kind
a
of
stay up late for no apparent reason kind of guy. I'm talking anime. I'm talking Netflix. I'm talking whatever the fuck I'm thinking about. Twitter, all that shit for
I'm
no
not mad at
reason.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I respect that. See, you remind me of it's summertime, so I'm gonna stay up until 4:00 in the morning kind of guy.
Exactly.
See, that's how I was. You feel
That
me?
watch the sunrise and then go to sleep.
Yeah, it don't matter. And speaking of which, speaking of a stay up to the sunrise kind of guy, I'm gonna let y'all know what kind of guy I am.
Cornbread do be hitting. Hold on.
Cornbread is a hit, especially from Carolina Kitchen. Shouts out to you,
Have you ever had cornbread that actually has like little pieces of corn in there?
No, that's disgusting.
I don't like that. That shit is trash. That shit is
No,
trash.
sir, not me.
Oh, I kind of like it. In a cast iron pan?
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, Austin. See,
I like
Austin.
But I want my corn to be fully gone though. Like I don't want
Right.
no corn chunks in that.
Fully gone.
I've had it once. It wasn't bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's like having strawberry ice cream with actual strawberries in it.
Right.
Terrible.
Little strawberry chunks? No. Like little ones. Come on. You want like the synthetic flavoring? Is that what you're telling me?
Good enough for me.
I'll take it.
Listen, I grew up off Sunny D, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I did too, but
that
come
was
on, like, you wouldn't want the natural.
all artificial.
Sugar water.
Oh.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna let y'all know what kind of guy Slim is. Slim is he if we drinking some alcohol straight, give me a Capri Sun kind of guy for his
Hey, gotta chase. No shame in that, bro.
No. Hold on. Slim. Come on. A Capri Sun?
Nigga, if it's a chase, it's a chase. I don't give a fuck what it is.
What? You keep a Capri Sun on hand.
Hey, you never know. I got the Lunchables on deck. You gotta go grab
Lunchable. I got a whole snack pack, the wrap, everything, bro. Oh, listen.
Because Slim still wear cargo pants.
Oh, extra pockets.
That's why.
You never know. I got a Capri Sun in each pocket.
You never know what you might need.
Hey,
See, a nigga like me, I'm a wear the hose kind of guy.
Oh,
I'm a look, if ain't no hose gonna be there, I ain't going kind of guy. Hey, hey Slim, you linking up tonight? Cool. And oh damn, I can't even say that.
What?
This nigga is scared of the hose kind of guy.
Oh, scaring them.
No, I don't scare the hose. I get scared of the hose. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I don't scare the hose. I'm a kind of nigga who don't know what he gonna say next, so he stole.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm a nigga. I'm a kind of guy who don't have even enough kind of guys for his own segment. Kind of guy. I don't even know what I'm gonna say next. I'm a kind of guy who gets too drunk on the podcast.
The Vassier. Hey, remind everybody what you drinking on, Mitch.
I'm drinking on a Cavassier. Hey, Cavassier, sponsor us, man. I be drinking y'all every time I'm on this goddamn hoe. So
Mitch wearing the same bandana that Dana had on Friday. That's the kind of guy you are.
Who is Dana?
The sister?
You know who Dana is.
I don't know who Dana is.
Craig's sister?
Who's Craig's sister?
Nigga.
You bugging out right now. You
Bro,
bugging
what?
out.
Craig's sister. I know two niggas named Craig.
Isn't it Regina Hall? Isn't it Regina Hall?
Yes, it's Regina Hall. Nigga.
Yeah, it's Regina Hall.
This nigga bugging out.
Right,
I know a light skinned nigga named Craig with dreads who cut him, and then I know a nigga named Craig with dreads who's light skinned. But shouts out to the one Craig Nixon. I'm a keep it real type kind of nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't even know how to do the outro this time because I'm so goddamn lit. But let me tell you something. I'm a kind of guy who's going to appreciate everybody who's rocking with us episode in and episode out. Also, you got a big ass head. You need to grow your goddamn beard back. This nigga Slim.
I'm wearing a mask all the time.
This nigga Slim, skinny as hell. You need to eat something, nigga, because you don't be eating. And tell Shorty, I didn't mean it. I was just playing. And Izzy, you know you my nigga from the beginning, but I ain't even really got nothing to say to you because I ain't think about it too quick. But y'all my niggas. And I'm the kind of guy who's going to have a great time every time we sit on 22s with the Sleeves Mob. And you've been rocking with Baby Gat Mitch, a.k.a. Mitch is Strange, a.k.a. Young 40 Shorty. And I already put the young in there before that. And a.k.a. I ain't had one on me right now. But Slim, you already knew I had one on me the other day. A.k.a. I got so many AKAs that I could start a sorority. New. I like that. We're going to keep going with that. AKA Nephew Conrad. And I can con you, but you can't Conrad. And I'm going to let my nigga Def take it away for us tonight.
Yes, sir. And I'm your boy Sutton Def, a.k.a. Malvo Witherspoon, a.k.a. Theo Radcliffe, a.k.a. Izzy, if you know me, and only if you know me. And I'm going to let my guys Slim and then Austin outro themselves, and we'll be out.
It's your boy Slim Jenkins. Lord brought us everywhere. Thank you for listening. If you listen this far, fuck with you.
Yes, sir.
We thank you for listening because it's Austin, a.k.a. The Shire Man. Nothing else. Good night.
Well, shit. All right.
Y'all over there sinning, huh?
What are y'all doing?
What are y'all doing? Well, we know what y'all are doing. Y'all have been sitting on 22s with the Sleeves Mob for the past 2 hours and 8 minutes, which is amazing. If you've been watching this entire time, we love you. We hope you guys come back next week. If you want to submit a question to us, DM us, just contact us in any way, shape, or form. You can hit us up, sleazemob7@gmail.com, sleazemob on Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. You can hit up any of these guys that you see here on this square. All of our @ names are not true to form except for me and Slim on the top. Baby Gat Mitch at Baby Gat Mitch in the bottom right. Also at _Shire_man. That will also be in the description. Those are the Twitter handles. That's where you guys can find us. And yeah, you've been sitting on 22s with the Sleeves Mob. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace. Come on, y'all. Yeah, now y'all gotta do something cooler. Y'all gotta do something cooler than that.
I thought you was about to just end it, cuz.